Hello and welcome to busyworksbeats.com. Today I'm going to show you how to make those Law and Order type beats. All right, so what we're going to do is use the Rhodes piano. I have my link below if you guys want to use it. It's my affiliate link, just letting you know. And we were sent this from the company. Shout out to Rhodes. They made an official plugin for the classic Rhodes sound. What I'm going to do is show you guys how to use it. Firstly, we're going to write in. Now we're going to make more YEAT style stuff right now, or Benny X type. Okay, so we're going to start here at B. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. We're going to count up 5 notes. Okay, that's called the perfect fourth. And then we're going to hit shift, just copy it up. Okay, now that creates the YEAT sound is when we use what's called chordal harmony. They can add like tones in here. So I'm going to add this bass in here. Record, it's called a contrast melody. Okay, so we're probably going to swap that out for more of a resonance bass, but we at least have the notes. Let's hit Control Q or Alt Q to quantize. Okay, so we can repeat these same 2 chords. Okay, so you could use the Rhodes and just use it like this. Now, I would recommend you add some effects. Like chorus is really good with this one. The phaser is super fire. I'm gonna use the phaser. Let's add a little delay. Pull back the wet level. So now we got the vibe. Now we can go in and copy these bass notes. And let's pull up something in FL, like Morphine, for example. The plugin here. And we're gonna go through their bass. Now, sometimes this plugin glitches on me, so if it glitches, I can't do much about it. Okay, so it looks like it glitched because I'm in the bass and it didn't change the preset name. So if you go to bass, there we go. Let me mute that. So we're looking for a resonance bass that goes like bow, 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 like that. This might be a little too low, so let's hit Control up to pull it up an octave. Let's hear what these sound like combined. I want that bass but more resonant. Let's see if SAR has more of a resonance bass that we could tweak. Let's go to SAR. Let's go to their bass presets because some of these have more resonance. And let's turn up the resonance knob, and then we can mess with what's called the filter amplitude. You can mess with the unison detune to widen out the sound. And the panning. Now we have that sound. Okay, so now you just need some drums. I'm not gonna bore you guys with drums, but let's just try to add some drums in here. This kit is from XTC. Really all you need is just that repeating. We're gonna add a lead, but let's leave the lead for after the drums. Let's go to song mode. You guys will get the project files. Just go to busyworksbeats.com. Look at the top for the free downloads tab. We're gonna put the claps on like obscure spots. The 3 and the 6 is 1, 2, 3. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. That's what creates that unique bounce. We're not gonna put the clap on the 3 and the 7 like we normally would in trap, which is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. That's predictable. So we're gonna do 3 and 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. That's how you get that bounce. Now we can also mess with the hi-hats. Again, I could sit here and make an entire beat, but we might take too long. So let's try some hi-hats. Now this one I'm gonna edit in the audio editor because this looks like a lot of dead space here. I could also tell the sample had a little something in the beginning, so I'm getting rid of that. So I'm editing that manually. We're gonna pull this back. So I'm gonna record this by hand because I want to have the proper timing. To record by hand, click your typing keyboard to piano, right click, make sure it's at C4, and then layout piano. That's what I use. I'm using comma as middle C. Okay, so now I have a unique like timing. We're gonna go and hit Alt Q. And now I'm gonna figure out where do I want hi-hat rolls. So right here is a cool spot. Let's hit Alt U to chop that up, change the time multiplier. So anytime I have double hi-hats like tit tit, I'm gonna lower the one in the beginning so it creates like a bounce. Okay, so now we have to decide, do we want an 808 or do we want a kick? Okay, so now we're gonna go in and I'm just gonna record by hand to make this simple. Just recording random notes here with the bass. Ding, ding, ding. 1, 2, 3. Okay, so just kind of like spreading out the bass so it's not hitting all the time. So we're just playing octaves here. So again, to make it less repetitive, what we're gonna do is make these unique and then change these to the same pattern. And we're just gonna take out that last note. So double click, get rid of that third note. And again, you guys look at the project files, but this is turning into a pretty cool beat, so I'm liking it. Again, the main key is that Rhodes sound. Okay, for the actual sound source, that's the key. Let me see if I can play a higher octave Rhodes. Yeah, this is hard. All right, so I'm gonna record some Rhodes in a higher octave. So we're playing top line right now. 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, so I switched it up over time. Really just playing. Let's hit Alt Q. So what we're gonna do is separate this one so the top line has maybe different effects than the first one so that we can kind of create a unique sound. I do like that sound, it's just a little bit loud, so let's pull it back. Let's turn up the preamp drive here. Now we're in that bite to the sound. I'm gonna add more phasing. So the back knob, that one in the back is the mix level. The one in the front is the like parameter, like in this case, the rate or how the speed. I'm gonna compress it too. that'd be dope if I had a pitch bend. Let me see if I could program a pitch bend in here. So let's switch this to 12 semitones and then see if my pitch will. I don't think that's linked. So what we're gonna do is go to the drop down, go to browse parameters. Let me see here. We have to figure out the pitch. In the meantime, I'll let it play. Should be the fine tune. Yeah. We're gonna link the fine tune to my pitch knob. Right click, link to controller, move the pitch wheel. Maybe this doesn't have pitch bend. It might be in the settings somewhere. I don't have time to like look up how to set up the pitch bend. Oh, dope, you can see under the hood. That's pretty dope. What I might do is just print this to audio. That's what we'll do. And we'll do a manual pitch bend. So what I'm gonna do now is right click, consolidate this track to audio. And we're just gonna hit print. Hitting the start button, double click. I like to switch my mode to stretch and then switch it back to resample. So if we change the BPM, it has a unique tone to it. If you are gonna do that, make sure you print the other musical stuff to audio. So now I can go in here and manually. Oh, you know what? The pitch wheel might not move when we have the time knob, so I'm incorrect. Let's reset that. So I'm gonna manually create this. This may or may not sound cool, but in my head, I'm hearing like a subtle pitch bend. Like right here, like, I wanted to go like, let's see if that will work here. So that was subtle pitch bend. Make sure you copy and paste the beginning and after values so that it's not in a different key. Wait, something didn't copy. Okay, we got to copy the first value, paste, paste. So right here, I hear that. So let's add that in. Make sure we're pasting those initial values. That was a little too much. So pitch bends are really critical for this genre. All right, let's switch up the bass somewhere. Let's see, where is our bass? I think it's in pattern 1. What we're gonna do is make this unique, switch this to pattern 2, and then do something different about pattern 2 than pattern 1 to make it a little more transient heavy bass. Okay, so for it to have that impact, let's hit Control L so they don't overlap the notes. So also, you want to make sure the notes are like cutting off just a little bit so it has a little bounce to it. Now at the end, the 808 comes in, so I'm going to take out. Let's see if we can add another hi-hat layer. Never mind, let's leave the hi-hats alone. Okay, so now we can mess with the melody. I think the beat is dope. Let's create another section over here where the melody kind of gets mangled up. And then we'll give you the project files for free. Again, I didn't expect to make an entire beat, but here we are. So I'm gonna group all the melodic stuff like the Rhodes. I think the Rhodes is the only melody. Okay, so now let's work on this section being a little bit different. I'm gonna add different kilohertz plugins. So here's the trick. We're going to print this section, all this audio, we're going to print, or excuse me, all this MIDI, we're going to print to audio. Just right click, consolidate tracks from time selection. Now that it's in audio, just double click, switch the mode to stretch mode, switch it back to resample. Make sure your time knob is actually locked in. I'm going to copy this audio that we had before. We're going to make it unique. So it's a whole different audio clip, double click, go to mode, stretch mode, and then back to resample. So now when I change the BPM, it will create a unique sound for this section. Now, only problem is the first one, if you change the BPM, it will make it shorter. You don't need to memorize what I'm saying here. But what we're going to do is create an automation clip for the BPM. We're going to copy the initial value, paste it before the change, create some arbitrary value. And then now I'm going to switch the BPM to, let's say, 160 or something. Let's copy that value, right click, hit C, and then paste it into the tempo automation, and right click your initial value and paste it back. So you have an ending point. Make sure that it ends and starts at the right. So now actually we should have printed the bass as well, because I think we did print the bass. Let me see. Yeah, we did. Okay, so everything that's not musical, we should have printed the 808s. I don't have time to be like making all these adjustments, but what we're gonna do now is just basically change the BPM to get different tones. Okay, so that's a shortcut you guys could use. I'm gonna get rid of this because I realized we have an 808 that's not printed, and I don't feel like doing all that work, to be honest with y'all. So we're gonna delete the tempo automation, but that is another way to create unique sounds. Also, when you do the technique I just showed you, you can't use those pitch bends the same way. So they were kind of the point of this way of doing it. So you see how the tempo keeps resetting? Go to your browser, go to where it says current projects, let's go to patterns. Actually, they created a new folder for it, but under the old FL, go to patterns and go to, I believe it should say like initialize controls, and then go to tempo and just delete it. In the updates, they separated the folder, so it's under the initialized controls. Just right click, delete that event. So now we can not be locked to a tempo. Let's hear the beat all the way through. I'm gonna add a couple plugins to mix. All right, you guys, we'll get the project files for free. Just go to busyworksbeats.com. Look at the top of the website for where it says free downloads. Completely free to hop in. Subscribe if you're new to the channel. Like the video. Let's share this with the world. Peace.